Hello everyone. Good morning. Welcome to Technical Tuto. Today let us learn about the sum of the coding questions on Java. Now I'm going to explain you about the to write the prime numbers. Okay. Let us discuss about the to write the prime numbers from 1 to 100. Write a Java program to print list of prime numbers from 1 to 100. Let us see. Um, Let us write the logic of the prime numbers to print the numbers from 1 to 100. Okay. Now, first of all, what are prime numbers? The what are prime numbers means the number which are divisible by 1 and number itself. Okay. The numbers which are divisible by 1 and number itself. Let us take 1 is not a prime number. So let us take a 2. Okay. Let us take a 2. The 2 is divisible by 1. Okay. The 2 is divisible by 1 and 2. That's it. It is not divisible by 3, 4, right? Let us take it down for a 3. The 3 is divisible by 1, right? The 3 is divisible by 1 and it is divisible by 2. No, it is not divisible by 2. It is divisible by 3. Only it is divisible by 1 and 3. Now let's just take for a 4. The 4 is divisible by 1. It is also divisible by 2 also. And it is also divisible by 3 or 4 also. Sorry, 3 not 3. It is also divisible by 4 also. So it is not a prime number. The prime number will be having only two factors. Okay. The prime numbers will be having only two factors. Hmm? It does not divisible by any other number. If it is divisible by any other one number also, it is not a prime number. The prime numbers will be divisible by a 1 and the number, whichever the number it is going to divisible, only by that number only. Okay. Now for 5. The 5 is divisible by 1. It is divisible by 2. No. 3. No. 4. No. Only 5. Okay. Now 6. 6. Now it is divisible by 1. 2 also. It is also divisible by 3 also. 3 twos are 6, right? And it is also divided by 6. See, it is not a prime number. Only the numbers which are divisible by 1 and number itself, those numbers are the prime number. Let us see the list of prime numbers from 1 to 100. Okay. How many prime numbers were there 1 to 100? Let us write the logic for that. Okay. So, I already explained you about the loopings, right? If you know the starting and ending point means we are going to use the for loop, right? If you know the both starting and ending point means we are going to use the for loop. So I'm taking one for loop for int I is equals to 1, I is less than or equals to 100, I plus is going to increment. So I have to count from 1 to 100 how many prime numbers were there. I have to count. So I'm taking one variable int count. Initially the count will be 0. The count number initially will be 0, right? Now I'm going to take one more one more for loop. Int j is equals to 1. J is less than or equals to I. J plus plus. Okay, I have taken one more primer because when we are doing a divisibility, we are taking in two numbers. For that, I'm taking in one more for loop for n j. It is starting from the 1 and sorry, and this j is less than or equals to I. Okay, this j will be less than or equals to I and incrementing of that j if I mod j is equals to 0. That means if it is 2 mod 1, it is equals to 0. It is true means now the count will increase. Okay. Count is equals to count plus 1. If it is true means the count is going to increase. It the I mod j, that means, and here how means I mean now 2 mod 2. 2 mod 2 means the remainder will be 0, right? The remainder will be 0 when it is true means this condition satisfied means it is going inside the loop and it is going to increment the count value. Okay, it is going to increment the count value. And now for an 3 mod 3 or an 4 sorry 5 mod 5 5 mod 5. Which are the prime numbers will be there? For those, if you are doing like this, means on that time it is going to increment the count value. Okay. After doing this, let me come out of those loops. And if I already told you that if the prime numbers will having only two factors, right? It will have only two factors, whichever means then whichever divisible by one number and it number itself, right? It is equals to 2. If it is count is equals to 2 means I am going to print the value of I. Okay, I'm going to print the value of I. If the count is 2, the count is 2 because the prime number will have exactly two factors. Okay, this count is 2 means that the print of I value. How many value? It is 3. Let us see. See, these are the prime numbers from 1 to 100. 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13. These are the prime numbers. Okay, these are the prime numbers. I got the list of prime numbers from 1 to 100. This is a logic of to write the prime numbers. Okay, I'm taking in prime numbers 1 to 100. I'm going to count what are the prime numbers. Okay, initially will be 0. I'm taking one more for loop, that is in J. Okay, because it should start from 1, and because we are comparing of two values, right? Not comparing, we are taking in two values for divisibility. So I'm taking one more loop, and I'm doing here in modulus. That means, and we are checking your condition. Okay, we are checking your condition of there. If I mod j is equal to 0 means it is going to increment the count. If the count is 2 means it will be printing those prime number. Okay, it will check the first time, it will check the one is less than 100 and it will increment and it will come into this loop and it will check the, and j will be 1 mod 1 is equals to 0, it will increment. Okay, and it will come again here. Okay, it will come again here and it will go on checking of those things and it will print the values of prime numbers. Okay, these are the list of prime numbers from 1 to 100. Let us execute. I've already explained you about the strings, right? I already explained you about the strings. Let us do some of the simple program. I have not explained any simple programs on the list. Let me explain you that. Create and one more class, new class, taking a class name as a test with main method. Okay, I'm going to take an string variable, string sz is equals to, I'm taking an visible. I'm initializing an string value as a visible. Okay, now I have to print at each character. Okay, I have to print at each character in the string. I have know that then the starting and ending point of the string, right? I'm going to use a for loop for int I is equals to 0. Based on the index operations, we are going to do it. I have already explained you in the arrays concept. Okay, to get an last index, we have that length property, right? We have a length property to get an last index is an um, um, string variable name dot length minus 1. Okay, I is less than or equals to z dot length property. See, length method minus 1 I plus plus. Okay, to get an each character in the string, we have one method, that is an z dot caret method. Okay, caret method of index. So let us print that. Inside the print method, let us print that to print in each character. Okay, I'm going to iterate that I only. Okay, This is and how we are going to print then each character in the string. See, I got the output VISIBLE. I'm going to print in each character, not in fully word. I'm printing in each of the character VISIBLE, right? Let us print the same string in the reverse order, okay? Let's print the same string in the reverse order. To come from the ending, we are going to use, I already explained you in the array also, in the loops and arrays also. We are going to use an I is equals to last, from last index, we are going to come L dot length minus 1. I will be greater than or equals to 0, and we are coming from last index, right? So we are going to decrement. So we have to print in each character, we have a caret method, caret of index. So we are using inside the for loop, it is an I. Let us print. I'm going to get an output as an ELBISIV. Okay, let's see. See, in the same way I got the output. Now, by using this, I'll explain how to reverse the string for a palindrome. That is, and from starting also, from ending also, we have to get the stream sing value. Okay, let us see that. How to reverse this, that is a palindrome string. Palindrome string. Let us write the logic for that. I'm going to take one string. S is equals to, I'm taking an string value as a madam. I'm initialize the madam as string for an S1. I'm going to take in one empty string. Okay, to store this value, I'm going to take in from one empty string. I'm taken one empty string. So I know where to start and I know where to end based on the index. I have an length is and the string length is and 5, right? The length of the string is 5. If we know the length property, we can find the last index, right? So I'm using a for loop now. For int I is equals to, it start from the 0 index. I is greater than or equal, less than or equals to, we have a length minus 1. What is the length? 5. 5 minus 1 is 4. We are going to get it. This is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to get a fourth index. The reason last index will be 4. We already know that it will going to start from the 0th index, right? So I plus plus. Right? So to get an each character, we have a caret method. So s dot, we are going to store that in a s1, right? S1 dot character of I. Okay. Let us store each of the character in the add it down in the empty string. Okay. Let's add these each of the characters in the string characters in the empty string. What are the empty string S1 I am taken? I'm going to add it down and again just store it down in the S1 string only. The S1 only. Okay. Again you just store it down in the S1 only. Okay. And print the S1 and print the S1. After this, let us check. Now it will be getting an output in the reverse order. Okay, MADAM. Okay, let us check now. If S1 dot equals of S. If S is an equals to S1 means it is a palindrome. Now it will print and it is a palindrome. Palindrome means when we read from starting also, when we read from starting means I'm going to get an output as a madam. Okay, it is a madam. When I get an output in the reverse order also, I'm going to get an output as a madam. See, when we read in starting also it is same. When we read from ending also it will be same. That is a palindrome. Okay, if both of them S1 is equals to S means it is a palindrome, or else not a palindrome. Or else print not a palindrome. Okay, Let us see now. It was execute now. See, I have taken one string s as a medium. I have taken one empty string to iterate over in each character in the string. I have taken an for loop to print an each character. There is a caret method. I'm taking and I'm going to iterate by using an s1. I'm going to store that each of the character. I'm going to add it with an s1 only. Okay, because s1 is already empty. If we add these also, it will become a same only. Okay, let and store it on again in the s1 only. Okay, and again you store it on in the s1 only and print that. Then now you are going to compare. Okay, if both were whether this s1, okay, this s1 and this s1 is both are equals. Now here the dot equals, we are going to use a dot equals in strings. Only in strings we are going to use a dot equals. In integer, for comparing of integer, float values, characters, we are going to use a double equal operator. Okay, we are going to use a double equal operator. On that time it will going to compare the content. Okay, in the integer, floating points, all in double equal operator is going to compare the content. Okay, it will compare the content, but in the string, the double equal operator, it will compare the address. Okay, it will compare the address of these two s1 and s1 and s. It will double equal operator is going to compare the address, not the content, but dot equal operator to compare the content. What is the content in the s1? S is madam. What will be the content in the s? We don't know. We have to iterate. We have to check it. If both of them are equal means there will be it is a palindrome. It is not equal means not a palindrome. See, check here. Okay, when you are going to come here, it will take and first index. Okay, we'll take an first. Sorry. Same thing we are going to do. Here we have to change it. We have to come from last index. Right, we have to come from last index. That is s dot length method -1 I is greater than or equals to 0 I minus. Now let us check. So it is coming from the last index. So m will be coming from, okay, m will be first will be the m will be first one. Okay. Now either the m is greater than 0, that is an index of m is 4. Right, the index of m is 4. Whether the 4 is greater than 0, true, it is true. Okay, it will going to store it is in the s1, added on in the s1 and going to store in the s1 and going to print the s1. So it will come in m. Okay, next it is going to get and it is going to decrement, that is in 4 minus 1 is 3. Now it will check and next whether the 3 greater than 0, true means it is going to print an a. Okay, in that case it is go on doing, and it will check the after that it will going to compare the both of the strings. Okay, if both of the strings are equal means it is going to print an palindrome. Then it is not equal means it is not a palindrome. Let us check now. Oh, it's sorry, error. And I will go instead dot n -1. After the execution of for loop, we are going to print it. Java index out of bounds exception now. Why it is getting Java index out of bounds? I taken an empty string only. Index for out of bound length. It's correct. Yeah, okay, okay. Sorry. I have taken here as an yes. So by miss, I have taken it as an yes one. It is a palindrome. It's showing it is a palindrome. Mm, I missed something. Not palindrome. Right, showing not a palindrome. It is palindrome only. Both of them contents are equal. Yeah, because of these empty space. Okay, I taken your space. It is only an empty string, not some space also is not allowed. Okay, see. These are about the palindrome of the string. It is a palindrome only. When we see from starting to end or ending to start, it is same. So it is a palindrome. Let us use a mother word. Now I'm taking as in Java. That is a palindrome, no, not a palindrome, because when we read from ending, it is JAV. When we start from an ending, AVAJ. Not is not, both are not same. See, we're coming from AVAJ, so it is not a palindrome. Both are not same. Both the contents of equal means it is a palindrome. Whether it is not equal means it is not a palindrome. Okay, these are about the palindrome of the string. Okay, these are the some of the basics of the strings, and then I explained about the prime number. Okay, I'm going to end here. Thank you, guys. Practice some more examples based on the strings or arrays. Okay, thank you. Bye.